What happens when you go live? Welcome to the Nifty Chicks, where we explore the latest developments in NFT trading, taxation, and the music at SXSW. In this episode, we delve into the exciting news that Sony has introduced cross-selling NFT trading for PlayStation users, making it easier for gamers to trade and collect NFTs. We also discuss the recent IRS guidance on non-fungible tokens, which seeks comment on how NFTs should be taxed as collectibles. We also talk about the shift in focus from NFTs to AI music at the South by Southwest as musicians and tech companies explore the possibilities of using artificial intelligence to create new sounds and experiences. Finally, we take a look at Zora's new feature that allows creators to create their own NFT contracts, providing more flexibility and control over the NFT creation and distribution process. That was a lot. Let's do this.
That was a lot. Which is funny because it felt like there was not a lot of news to talk about today.
I know.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It feels like crickets out there.
Yeah. We should.
And I mean, there are some like things going on right now, conferences. So there's, I know they changed the name. It's NFTLA, but I think it's now called Outer Edge NFTs conference. I don't know.
That
something
is going
like
on
that.
now. You've got Paris, I want to say next week or the week after.
They just had Paris.
They have another one. I just saw.
Okay.
It's like NFT Day, part of their blockchain week.
Oh, okay.
So
I've actually been to Paris Blockchain Week before.
oh, cool. I have not. I've actually never been to Paris.
Paris is one of my favorite cities.
I need to go.
Yes, you do. So, and then of course NFT NYC, which we just got an email about it. So super excited, and we're going to have a planning meeting. We know we're going to be on a panel. We just don't know when that panel will happen.
And the most exciting thing is that we know Mindy Sell is going to be moderating the panel, which is awesome. She did a fabulous job. If you guys got a chance to check us out last year, she did a phenomenal job, and it was super awesome because I don't like being on stage, and she made me feel super comfortable up there. She was great. So I'm excited for you to moderate again.
Thank you. It'll be fun. So should we go ahead and jump into the news?
Yes.
Before we do that, I just want to say, I mean, how about Bitcoin? Like, it's been like doing its thing lately.
There's stuff going on for sure. I mean, there's across all of the cryptocurrencies, major cryptocurrencies, you've seen a bit of a spike. I mean,
so I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here, and let's make it so you guys can see us too. But so you can see Bitcoin, it's over 28,000. Ethereum's at 1,800. You know, Tether's sitting there where it should at right around $1. Yeah. So that's, good news. We are on the right path.
Yeah, I think there's two drivers that I have noticed, I think, driving that. So one, all this talk about $1 million Bitcoin. Have you heard that?
No.
Oh, yeah. Like there are people out there who are loud and proud saying that Bitcoin's going to get to $1 million. Yes. And
do it, Bitcoin, do it.
There's a lot of that. And then also a lot of people are like, holy smokes, all that's happening in the U.S. banking world. Yeah. It's like, this is why crypto exists.
This is why crypto exists.
Yeah.
This is very true.
So,
yeah, well, I sure would like to see Bitcoin go to $1 million. That would be real cool.
That would be nice.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go into what we did find in the news today. I like this first article, Sony introducing cross-system NFT trading for PlayStation users. I think that this is really cool for gamers. I wouldn't say that I'm a gamer in the sense that like PlayStation and all that. I like my Oculus, and I do think that I would love to be able to like put some of my, like, for example, Dress X. I've got Dress X, like I've got bucket hats and like the different outfits and that sort of thing. I would love to be able to wear those as my, on my avatar.
In Call of Duty, when you're playing Call of Duty?
Because
we do that?
Yeah.
No, we don't.
No, we don't do that. I've never, ever done that.
Yeah. No, I haven't either. But it is cool. From what I understand, PlayStation's going to have the ability to basically utilize, just like you said, an NFT or something, some sort of wearable or feature in one game into another game, which I don't know how technologically they can do that, but they just released their patent to do that, which is exciting. So
yeah, I'm definitely not that big of a nerd to be able to understand the patent and all the technology behind this, but I think it's really cool what they're doing. So, it says here it could significantly impact the gaming industry, and I 100% agree with that. This could be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of like the games that I have played.
Well, I'm more like a Mario girl and like Mario Kart.
Yeah.
But I mean,
I have.
You could have like different outfits. You know how was it Super Mario World that like you could choose like the little things and you'd like jump in the little suits.
Yeah.
So
I have played Grand Theft Auto.
You have.
I did.
Okay.
I had a stage of my life.
We're learning something new about NFT today.
I apparently wanted to go steal cars and I couldn't realize.
So you did it in Grand Theft Auto.
Not at all true, but I did actually play Grand Theft Auto. I actually did really like that game for a while. But,
that's funny.
And I imagine that's going to be one of the games that they release. You could have guns. You could have your avatar could wear things. Anyways.
Yeah. I could see that in like the gun games, the car games, like you get to take your car, you're souped up,
The one that I just stole.
Right.
And now I can
you go drive it over
in whatever, army zone and play Call of Duty.
Yeah.
With my cool Bentley that I just stole.
Sweet. I love it.
We're not doing great here.
I love it. Okay, let's move on to something that you do know something about. And that is this IRS is issuing guidance.
Yeah.
And what I really find amusing about this whole thing is that they're seeking comments and feedback. I'm very surprised.
I don't think I've ever anticipated the IRS asking for
your input on anything.
Because I have lots of it.
Yeah.
To be clear, IRS, if you want to know, I'm happy to share
I'm sure that many Americans would like to, sit down and have a conversation with the IRS.
Yeah. So, I mean, hello, tax season is right around the corner.
Yeah.
We have like a month, right? I don't even know what time or what date it is, but we have actually, or less than a month away from tax season, right? April 15th, get your taxes in. So the big question, and if you haven't gone to see the episode, I did an entire episode on taxation for NFTs last year. So go check it out. Not much has changed, obviously, since that. So this is all still the same. But the big question is like, should NFTs be taxed as a collectible or like an asset or like an equity where you have to pay capital gains and whatnot? So I think no decision has been made. They have just commented that they're entertaining the idea of taxing NFTs as a collectible versus anything else like a security or property that goes up in value. And then they're seeking, people's input. So,
yeah. So I did, I have this Cointelegraph article that they are, asking for public feedback. I believe, isn't there like a form or something?
I know there's a date to submit.
Yeah, it was like June. I saw it earlier.
By June 19th.
June 19th. Yeah. And then I think, of course, you have to be current on your taxes in order to.
I think that's probably
to provide your feedback.
So, interesting.
Yeah. So that will be very interesting, and I'm going to put links to your episodes because I actually had to go back and look it up the other day because I couldn't remember some of the resources that you gave. And so I went and found that information and revisited it because,
Cool.
you know, unfortunately, tax time is right around the corner.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Actually, we're technically in tax time.
Yes, 100%.
It's here.
Yeah. So you found this article about South by that it was goodbye NFTs and hello AI music, which
Yeah.
I just want to do a plug real quick for the Bad Crypto podcast. They started a new podcast called Bad AI, and they're covering all things AI, all the tools, all the like tricks and different things and ideas that you can do with AI. So highly recommend if you're interested in that sort of thing that you go check that out.
Yeah, it was actually I have checked it out and it was awesome. They start with their teaser where complete artificial intelligence is creating the teaser and it's just Joel's face, but like this AI tool is producing the actual teaser and getting the audio out. It's super cool.
It's really crazy.
Yeah. So yeah, I saw this. I think we'd be crazy not to be talking about AI, and we really haven't.
Mm-hmm.
And so AI is like a huge buzzword right now, and you've been seeing a lot of spikes. There's especially a lot of spikes in any cryptocurrencies or kind of altcoins that are tied to AI. You've seen those spike up and down a little bit, and so I wanted to mention this because like. The reality is people are asking this question, like, where are the NFT bros? That's the first question that out of this, person's mouth. It's like, where are all the NFT bros? And the reality is, like, I think people like the next shiny object. NFTs were the shiny object for a couple of years, and now it's transitioning to AI. I don't think that's impacting the future of NFTs. I actually think it's good for the attention to go elsewhere for a bit, give us a breather while we lay ground. But I think it's important to talk about because it's a big movement. There's lots of really cool things happening in the AI space.
Yeah.
They have a great podcast. Definitely check that out, the Bad AI podcast. So yeah, I wanted to include this and make sure we touch on it. It's definitely
AI is. I mean, I think it's here to stay, and I'm loving using it. I'll be honest, I've been using it for producing, just like the things that I could sit there and think about, writing up the teaser, writing up the intro summary for the YouTube content. But instead I just say, write me a blurb on this, these topics, and it just comes up with it. And I mean, it's basically what I would have written anyway.
Yeah.
So why not save myself that time and energy? They can have it done like that.
Yeah.
And then I just review it, copy and paste, and we're off to the races.
Yeah.
So
it's like created such efficiency across the board. And so I think you're right. It's here to stay. And it's here to make our lives easier. And it already has done so for me too. And like, I love it.
Yeah.
Absolutely love it.
It's crazy. So there you have it. So this one, we haven't really had time to dig into this much. I found this article, Zora, who I had never heard of, but they are letting creators create their own NFT contracts, which, I mean, this could be game changer because GenFT, I don't know about you, but I don't really understand a whole lot about NFT contracts. I understand why we have them and what they do, but I don't know necessarily what they look like.
Yeah, I don't know.
So this to me is super interesting. I really want to, I have always wanted to learn more about contracts and, how that looks and how that impacts projects. So I think that I'm definitely going to be doing a deep dive into Zora. In fact, I pulled up the website. I have not gone much further than this because I kind of want to do a little bit more research before I go and connect wallets and start, really getting into this. But I'm definitely interested in learning more about Zora and what you can do with it.
Yeah, this is all a bit over my head, and this is where we get into the weeds and a little geeky out, and I'm like, Ooh, this is hard for me to understand. So I think, yes, I'm going to also be doing some research on this because we've been using contracts. I don't even know what they look like. Same with you, or how they're even built or designed or anything like that. But
Right.
From this article, I learned that traditional contracts are ERC 721, and now they're going to have ERC 1155. I don't know what happened to the other couple of hundred in between those numbers, but
I don't know how they come up with those numbers anyway. Like ERC 721 versus
I have no idea what happened to 722.
Yeah.
723. Where did they go?
No, they're gone.
I think we should have someone. If you guys know of anyone who has a little bit more expertise in this space, kind of the more technical aspect, I would love to have them invite them to our live show. Come on and explain it.
I'm sure we can find somebody.
I'm sure we can too.
We'll put a call to action out to
that would be awesome.
To see who could do that.
Join us.
Yeah, that'd be cool. So that's all we really have for the news. One of the things that we have been trying to do is just kind of cover some of the cool things that are happening in projects or what is happening in projects that we are, owners of, interested in, that sort of thing. And we were chatting before we hit the live button, and Jen FT was very surprised. So there is, for many of you that are like us, involved in, all these female-led projects, it seems like there's a lot of drama going on in a lot of projects. And I don't know. I feel like things are very much he said, she said, or she said, she said. I want you guys all to know that, we are trying to keep our fingers on the pulse of what is going on. And, if there's a few projects in specifically that I'm thinking of. We mentioned it last week with Fame Ladies, and Crypto Chicks is also another project that, I love my Crypto Chick. She's right there. Well, that's one. I have another one. I have her alter ego over here. But just know that, as soon as we have more information about what is happening with them, we will share it with you. But for right now, it's very much, we don't really know what is going on.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm not going to stop supporting them. No. But I do think we need to understand a little bit more about what's going on, have some transparency. We're encouraging and seeking all opportunities to invite people onto the show so that they can share their own thoughts and perspective. But so know that we're doing that. But in the meantime, I'm still having fun in the space, man.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Yeah. And I'm really hoping that, these projects find a way to get through all the drama and come out better on the other side.
That's right.
That is my main goal with,
Man, so we are like a month away from NFT NYC. Not even a month.
It's like,
what do you think it's going to be like?
I think it's maybe going to be different.
I think it's going to be different. In what ways?
I think it's maybe going to be a little quieter.
I think so too.
I feel like last year was, last year we were still kind of riding high on the NFT wave, and I feel like it's definitely seeing we've been seeing a downward turn for a while. So I don't know. It'll be interesting. I hope, and I do think that most people that are in this space are in it because they believe in the future of this technology and what they're doing. So I think that I think the people that are there are the people that will be there long term. I think they're the people that still have faith and still believe. I think maybe everybody's spirits are down a little bit, but once we're all together, I think it'll be like yes, like we've got this, we're going to get through this. Things are going to get better. We're only going to see, what we're doing improve. And yeah, that's my thoughts.
Yeah. I was curious. We haven't even talked about this. So
No.
You guys are seeing this. Go ahead.
What are your thoughts?
I think it's going to be quiet. I think it's going to be a much smaller conference than it was last year. I think for all of these reasons, I think AI, the markets, the unsettled feeling people have just in general with what's going on. And so I think it's going to be much smaller, a little bit more intimate, but I agree. Like it's going to spark, I think, deeper dialogue because the people there are going to be there for, those are the hodlers. Those are the people who have the long-term vision of NFTs. So I think I'm looking forward to it. I think it's just not going to be the same conference as it was last year, which is good. I think evolution is good. So
agreed. Huh.
But I don't think we have to worry about like a million parties we have to go to, which is good.
Which is funny. I was just talking to somebody about NFT NYC, and I'm like, I have not planned a single thing. I haven't even really looked. And I did look in my Discords the other day of some of the projects that I'm, still really excited about to see what they were doing. I'm not even seeing any announcements yet. I'm thinking it's because of the other things that are happening. And so then once like NFT LA is done and the Paris blockchain week, and then like it'll get closer to NFT NYC, and then we'll see the announcements of projects doing stuff.
Maybe.
I hope. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. It's definitely going to be interesting. And I'm excited. I'm just excited for us to go and meet people. And we're going to do like we did last year. We're going to walk around and talk to people and take videos and interview and all that good stuff. So,
so if you're going to be in New York City, April 12th through the 14th, we don't know yet when we're going to speak.
No.
We are just working on kind of some of the details. We've got a call, I think, on Thursday among our group, but do please let us know that you are there. Be sure to reach out on Twitter or Facebook or YouTube, anywhere you can get a hold of us, do so, because we would love to meet you in person in New York City. Again, it's April 12th through the 14th. We will be there, and we will let you know when we're speaking so that you can come join us.
Yeah. And that being said, you should be sure to go follow us on your favorite social media platform, as Jen FT said, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, TikTok.
We do have it
Pinterest. You can
everywhere.
Everywhere. And you can find us at the Nifty Chicks. That's the Nifty NIFTY Chicks CHICKS.
That's right. And as always, thank you so much for listening to the Nifty Chicks. Always remember, invest in yourself because you are worth it.